Oh, Mike's computer.
Yeah, that was your mic. That was your mic. That was your mic. That was fucked up. All right, let's get to these picks. All right, look, Minnesota, Wichita. These mascots are both fantastic, and it's not at the barn, so Bieniek can't talk any shit about the barn.
Most
it's in Orlando, Florida.
Arena in the country.
I don't understand his hatred. I don't understand it. I just don't get it. It's like the guy. Arena. True. But you root for the Detroit Lions who play in some bullshit fucking stadium, dude. So if you're going to call a spade, call it a fucking spade and say you root for a team that is full of shit. Everything is full of shit about the Detroit Lions. Their whole goddamn existence. The curse of Bobby Lane is real, and I can't wait till they lose this year.
I'm on Wichita State. How about you guys?
give me Wichita State too. Mac, what are you doing here?
We got to bet this game. I like what I've seen from Wichita better. Paul Mills and company, I think they're much improved in year 2. I think they make a statement down in Florida. I will lock up the Shockers. Let's go.
I'll join you.
We're going to have the crowd. They travel better.
There you go. Let's go. Yeah. Ford Field is fucking horrible. Worst place to see a football game in America. As far as I've been to that fucking bullshit stadium. It's fucking horrible.
It's not nice enough to be a shopping mall though. So there's still grit in that stadium.
It's just terrible. That's a terrible fucking place. That's a terrible fucking place to see a game. I fucking fell asleep watching that fucking game.
It owns the loudest stadium by decibel now. We broke that last year.
I'm sure that's fake. Louisville, West Virginia, going on in the old school Big East. I do like
Big
this
East battle, baby.
Louisville laying 2.5. Am I seeing here or 1.5? 2.5 right now. I see 2.5 right now. So the slide is a couple hours old. So
what are we picking at this? What are we picking this?
2.5. That's the live number right now. I will this one. Sorry, Mac. You had your moment in the sun.
Yes.
The cards are gonna get you, and I will lock this up.
This is a double lock.
Yes. Look, it's hard to fade that guy with the fucking musket. All right. The golden musket he's got there. But
a lot of people high on Dub V after that Gonzaga win.
And look,
I haven't seen one person in the chat say West Virginia. I've seen everybody say Louisville.
Buddy, part of it is Dub V and what they stand for.
Don't get cute here.
Dub V is like East Carolina. It's very similar, actually, from my experience to Morgantown, right? And to know that they're in the Bahamas for more than 24 hours after a huge win against a top 10 team. Are you fucking kidding me? Louisville's a smash spot. Yeah. This is a fucking smash spot.
And I've been playing these spots for most of the MTE season here. Louisville playing pretty much a non-competitive game. They had a whole line change with 4 minutes to go. Everybody came off the floor. And West Virginia goes to overtime against Gonzaga. They dump the Gatorade. This is a smash on Louisville.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, buddy. Smash it up your ass. We'll lock battle. Home team's favor. Louisville's laying points because they beat Indiana by 30. Get out of here. Let's go. Battle. West Virginia outright. We're going to the finals tomorrow.
Morgantown, you'll always
I'll do your dance for you.
Sweet home to me.
Buddy, there's no way these kids from Morgantown. I've been to Morgantown. All right. You're telling me
too.
After no, they don't party like that. I mean, look, they party with prostitutes, but that was part of the recruiting trip. Oh no, I just feel like Dub V they're out on the town tonight, buddy. They're out on the town.
They're literally on the same spot as us. They just won their Super Bowl against Indiana by 30, and everybody's crowning them a top 10 team. No, let's go, Louisville.
I don't know anybody who's saying that besides you giving them a game ball and ranking them top 10, and then now you want to come in and play this whole propaganda game here.
It's fucking Louisville phony shit. Let's go. Bring it on, Louisville.
I got a live number on this now. I know the slide doesn't, but Rhode Island -7.5 against UT Arlington there in Jacksonville, Florida. Give me Arlington. Sprinkle that money line plus 225.
This is some foo-foo with Rhode Island here. This team has been flying way too close to the sun lately.
Let's bet this. Let's bet this on the money line too.
I like this a lot.
Let's bet this on the money line.
Arlington outright.
Give me these Mavericks. And I think there's rumors that they're starting their football. Starting to impress old Pick Dundee. Let's go. I did get pepper sprayed in Morgantown, 357. Many people have been pepper sprayed in Morgantown. It wasn't even what's that?
I'm not liking this one.
Oh.
I'm staying away.
You're such a fucking pussy, dude. How do you come in? How do you come in with flying too close to the sun, and then you back away from the fucking lock?
Because they've looked good doing it. Like
hey,
they're going to come down.
Louisville, West Virginia. Just out of curiosity.
The Detroit game, they only won by 6. That was a little bit of that letdown game. Let's see what happens here. But Rhode Island, just I don't know. I don't have a good feeling on the Rams for the entire season. I still don't like this team long term.
Hey, what's the napkin got West Virginia, Louisville?
The napkin has Louisville minus 3.5.
Oh, perfect. Fade in the napkin, fade in the chat, fade in the public.
Buddy, the bigger question here is how do you come in that hot on this play and then not lock it up?
I don't think.
Fucking unbelievable.
You said they're a phony and they're like 8.
Said that he gave an analogy. He's like, they've been flying too close to the sun. This is an easy play. UT Arlington. By the way, I'm not locking it up. But God bless you. All right. Like that's essentially what he said. Unbelievable. Yeah, lock. Sprinkle that money line. Let's go, Mac. We don't need this bozo. If anything, he's bad luck. Let's go. Florida is playing a road game in Orlando. Wait, it's Orlando, right?
It's
there's so many damn games in Florida.
It's technically to me, but it's Orlando. It's the ESPN Events Invitational.
They're taking on Wake Forest.
Minnesota, Wichita.
They're taking on Wake Forest. They're laying 5.5. I'm intrigued by this game. I am going to lay the 5.5 with Florida, though.
I think this line stinks.
I mean, I think Wake's pretty good, though.
I don't know about that.
I haven't.
I thought they'd be better. I thought they'd be better this year.
I think they're solid.
I'm going to take Florida.
Yeah, I'm locking Florida. This line stinks to me. Ken Palm's got this thing at 11. Cocktail Napkin's got it at minus 13.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Absolutely love this spot for Florida. Which Wake Forest, for what it's worth, allows their opponents to shoot in threes. One of the bottom 50 in opponent 3-pointers per game. Florida's gonna chuck up quite a few. They're also going to attack the glass, and that's something that Wake Forest does not do very well as rebound. Florida 12th in the country in offensive rebounding, so they'll steal some extra possessions and they'll win this one by double digits.
I will battle. I'm battling you. Give me Wake. Give me Wake. Woo. I love fading these undefeated teams coming into these MTEs, feeling all nice and good about themselves on Thanksgiving, fat and happy. Wake Forest. Let's go. Steve Ford.
What did my guy Mike Leach say? They're all content. They're at home with their fat girlfriends eating fish sandwiches.
Fucking Todd Golden's chasing around fucking 18-year-olds.
Here we go. We got a battle in Orlando. Bieniek on the Gators. Mac on the Deeks. All right. Moving forward. Indiana, Gonzaga in Nassau. Guess what? Lock. Gonzaga minus 9.5. Mike Woodson. Enjoy the beach, brother. Enjoy that beach. Catch the waves.
And the golf course is down there.
Who's coming with me?
Me. I originally when Indiana lost the way they did, I was like, man, is this kind of a fluke loss? I don't think it is, man. I think fundamentally they have problems in that locker room, and a lot of it, the NIL, whatever, Mike Woodson. I think they're going to get blown the fuck out. I think Gonzaga by 30. I'll lock it.
I think so too, dude.
Yeah.
I don't even know if it's NIL. I just don't think he's a good basketball coach. Like in college, maybe an NBA could work.
Yeah.
I just don't think it works. And I also think there's actually there's starting to become a gap from an age perspective. It's like goddamn Bill Fitch coaching. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
This guy, no one knows he played in the fucking NBA. I feel like besides, if I'm quoting Peter Sellers movies, well, goddamn, Mike Sellers, not the fullback for the Redskins. Mike Woodson was probably watching those same fucking movies I'm referring to at the theater. So, there's probably a gigantic disconnect between player and coach if I had to guess. And I also just think in general, just because you go buy a roster doesn't mean you're actually going to win. I mean, we've seen this in football. We've seen this in basketball. It's just countless. We see it in baseball too, Bieniek, right? They need to actually show me that they can win big games. And I don't know that they can. Bieniek, what are you doing here?
You won a national championship with the most NIL transfer portal, so and maybe not baseball, but
no.
like
sometimes it works if you can coach it. It works if you can coach it. I'm saying I was more so saying the New York Yankees, Bieniek.
Yeah, MLB wise,
Yeah.
I was maybe talking NIL with college, but yeah, MLB, the best team does not win every single year, and I think that's more of the game of baseball rather than the concoction of everybody on a single team. But for this Indiana Gonzaga game, I'm with you guys on Gonzaga here. Let's make this a triple lock. This is more of a Bulldogs bounce back than whatever the hell that was for Indiana in game one. In my opinion, at least.
This guy, he's still trying to protect the Big Ten. Read through the bullshit, Mac. He's like, it's more about Gonzaga. It's not about Indiana. All right, Indiana's still who I got winning the Big Ten. All right, but
I didn't pick Indiana to win the Big Ten.
I know, but you're still protecting them like they're your goddamn
I took that other team in the state, right? In the Hoosier State, to win the Big Ten. But no, Indiana can't play defense. They're Swiss cheese down low, and I think Gonzaga has their way here.
Triple lock. Happy Thanksgiving, people. Live a little bit. Make mistakes, but just not right here because this is fire. Gonzaga minus the points. All right. Moving along. Well, we're going to, as many would say in this country, we're going to La Jolla, California. It is called La Jolla. It's La Jolla. But a lot of people would say La Jolla. Purdue's laying 7.5 against La Jolla is a part of San Diego, Noah.
I didn't know this was in La Jolla. I thought it was in San Diego. My fault.
No, you're good, buddy. Purdue, NC State. Purdue's laying 7.5. The Pussy Pack stand no chance. They're so bad. Let's lock up Purdue.
Is there a rematch?
Yes. Lock this thing up. Yeah. The Pussy Pack are going to travel out there. They're not going to know what hit them. And they're also going to be a million distractions because La Jolla is fucking beautiful. I've done the La Jolla Comedy Store a shit ton of times in my life. And let me tell you, that area, there's distractions. Pacific Beach is right there. Purdue hasn't been, they're too square to be distracted. You know what I mean? Like Purdue's too square to be distracted. Like Matt Panter's like, nope. I'm sure they're like go to their hotel rooms. He's going to measure the walls and shit. Put a Gene Hackman and Hoosiers. We got the Four Corners room here. But I think Purdue's just a lot better. So Mac, what are you doing here?
I will battle you. Give me NC State.
You're confused.
I think they're going to beat Purdue.
Wow. You're mixed up in life. In this game. You're very mixed up in life.
This is almost the same line as the Final Four game. Is Zach Edey playing in this game? What is this line?
What are you talking about? NC State's got nobody relevant. All right.
Where's
is
Purdue
Zach
done?
Edey playing
Away
it?
from Mackey.
Where's DJ Burns? Where's DJ Horn?
Fade Purdue away from Mackey.
We got a problem.
We got a battle. Bieniek, you want to jump in on this?
Oh yeah, all aboard!
Oh,
give me the Boilers.
We got a battle.
NC played this season.
Yes.
Double-digit victories over Upstate, Presbyterian, Coastal Carolina, Colgate, William and Mary. Everybody off of Purdue after the Marquette loss.
Hey,
Double
buddy,
lock
you
battle.
got to understand the fucking rhythm. When that battle music's on, if you're talking, you might as well be speaking fucking Chinese. No one's going to fucking know what you're saying. So make those same points you made right now.
Oh, okay. Double-digit wins for NC State against Upstate, Presbyterian, Coastal Carolina, Colgate, Bill and Mary. Whereas Purdue, everybody's off of them after the Marquette loss the other week. That was the game everybody saw. This is the jump back on the Boilermaker spot. Lock it up.
nobody is off of them.
I think there's a lot of people.
I've been off NC State all year. We got the cover with
Nobody
Presbyterian.
is
We got
off
the
of
cover
Purdue.
with
Nobody is off of
I
Purdue.
think a lot of
You're just-
people are off of Purdue saying that there's no Zach Edey this year. They're not the same. Yeah.
Give me
A
NC
lot of
State.
people not buying
You're
into
making-
Purdue.
You're all
Don't
mixed
lose that
up,
way.
Mac. You're all mixed up. You see what happens? Dub V wins a game. He starts picking crazy. All right.
NC
Dub V wins a
State-
big time game, biggest game in 2 years. All right, and he starts picking a little crazy now.
NC State is a great dog program. You were reminded that of last year when they stuck it up your ass for 10 straight games.
If you're not first, you're last. All right, and of course they got to a big. They finally got to a big moment, and guess what? They dropped the ball. That's what they do.
Are you comfortable or taking 7.5 with Kevin Keats against Matt Painter?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
Please, buddy.
Dude, you act like Painter is a lock away from Mackey.
Keats is a
They
fucking
won by
failure
15 in
everywhere.
the Final Four.
Yeah, they had a guy named Zach Edey. Is he
And
playing
DJ
tomorrow?
Burns and DJ Horn.
Yeah,
aren't
where's
on the
DJ
team for NC
Burns?
State either.
He's playing in like fucking Bolivia. All right, what the fuck are you talking about? All
You
right.
you guys are high on this one. NC State is live in this game.
All right, next up, we're going to North Dakota State, Utah Valley, in Birmingham. Why? I have no idea. What's this line? 5.5 for Valley. Wrong team favored. Wrong team favored. It's Thanksgiving. Let's bet a bunch of games. Give me the Bison plus 5.5.
Nah, you know I'm in on this. Let's
Sprinkle
go.
the money line. Sprinkle the fucking 200 on the money line. Bieniek, you with us?
No, I'm actually going the other way. I'm going to lay the points with the Wolverines. Normally, I do not like to do this, but this early in the season, I should say, but diving into the matchup here, I think it's really tough. North Dakota State's shot the most three-pointers per game in the country, and Valley's really, really good at not allowing their opponents to breathe around the perimeter. And on the other hand, Valley does not really take any of their possessions and shoot from deep. They like to drive it. And North Dakota State's interior defense is pretty weak this season, 335th. I think this is a tough matchup, but early in the season, I'm not betting this, but Wolverines.
Look, you don't need to say when you're not betting this. You have to say when you're betting this, because you're never, we know you're not betting every fucking game. You bet like 1% of the fucking games. So just say when you're betting this.
Just fucking bet it. Nut up and bet it, motherfucker.
If you say you're not betting this, no one's surprised. The show gets dragged on another 15 seconds. All right. And yeah, you got to say
Colby
when
complaining about the back half of the show dragging on for too long.
You have
when
to
the
say when
front
you're
half is
betting
an
this.
hour and a half long.
Bet this. Say, hey, guess what, guys? I'm betting this. I'm betting this. Anyway, it's okay. Blame it on the alcohol. All right. But TCU is taking on Santa Clara and Palm Springs. TCU is laying 3.5. I will lock up TCU minus 3.5. Get this pussy pack Herb Sendek. We got a little parlay brewing. We got a little fade NC State coaches parlay brewing in Southern California. Give me Purdue and TCU parlayed together. Let's go. Mac?
I'm joining you, man. I'm out on Santa Clara, and this is Jamie Dixon's return to the great state of California, where he's from.
Yes.
I think it's a get up spot for TC. They need to start stacking some marquee wins together. Give me a TC. Lock it up.
Double lock on these Horned Frogs. Bieniek. Are you going to bet this game?
No, I'm not. I'm on TCU here. Santa Clara was a team that I was relatively high on early on in the season, but they've just played so inconsistent. I can't get there right now.
All right. Next up, Arkansas, Illinois. This game's fantastic. In Kansas City, Missouri.
Which Ivisic brother plays better?
This game is it's right after the Lions game. It's a national TV. Is it a Fox
CBS?
CBS?
Yeah, they did this last year and they had huge numbers. So they
party in Arizona.
Well, nobody cares about America's team, the Cowboys. So nobody's watching that.
That's right.
Snooze fest against the Giants. Who cares?
Give me Arkansas. I think Arkansas is going to win this thing outright. Yeah, lock. Let's go.
I guess I'll drive it to the SEC here.
John,
in these games.
Good old John Calamari is going to get it done.
He's good as a dog. I feel like this is a nice spot for him. Illinois isn't proven as well, and I just think Arkansas is more experienced. So yeah,
that's my angle in all these big matchups with the Illini. They're not experienced, so I think especially right now, maybe in February or something or January, you start thinking about taking the Illini in these big matchups. But I have to take Arkansas here.
Yeah.
So, Bieniek?
Yeah, I like the experience angle in this game. There's another game coming up that will also probably take an experience angle. For some fun nugget, this is a rematch of the 2023 NCAA first round tournament game. So, Arkansas.
All right, moving forward. Oklahoma, Arizona. Look at this fucking Wildcat going between his legs. What's this line? He's trying. He's about to. He's one dribble away. One dribble away.
We got the old Big 12 versus the new Big 12.
Yeah, I will lock Arizona minus 5.5. Get this Oklahoma bullshit out of here. I rode you yesterday, and you burned me terribly, Porter Moser. All right, you burned me terribly. Zona's gonna win by double digits. Mac, what are you doing here?
I'll join you. I think this is Arizona's tournament, man. They took 2 losses coming in. I think they blow it open late. I think it's a tight game throughout, but then I think Arizona blows it open, wins by 10. I'll lock it with you. Let's go Wildcats.
Double lock. Oh, I got music for that. Let's go. W-I-L-D Wildcats. Bieniek.
Arizona's the more battle-tested team, but I don't know if I've actually loved what I've seen from the Wildcats so far this season. Give me the mysterious mystique of the Sooners here. I think this line is a little short. I don't know why, but after the blowout Arizona had in round 1, I think this line's short. I'll take the points.
All right, buddy. Ole Miss, BYU, clash of cultures. I don't think there's a bigger clash of cultures in my fucking entire life. And the fact they're playing in La Jolla is even more hilarious. BYU laying 3.5. I'm locking up Ole Miss. Get this bullshit out of here. I know Ole Miss has looked a little questionable. All right. Just like this goddamn logo. All right. Which is a fire logo, but it's questionable in the realm of life. But BYU, this is like their first real test to me. Now, I will say this. As someone that hosted a comedy show in 6th Street of Gaslamp in San Diego for multiple years, you drive right past a gigantic the best way to compare it would be like if you're watching like Lord of the Rings and you see some just unbelievable castle at the buildup of the final act of the movie. There's a Mormon church on the side of the 5 freeway that looks so goddamn expensive.
Yeah.
I can only imagine how many fucking human beings go to it. So it might be a home game for BYU, but Ole Miss gets it done.
That's why I think the line's telling that it's going to be a BYU home game. Like I mean, Ole Miss is ranked, and they're getting 3.5 on a neutral in Cali.
Can I paint you the picture of the experience angle here? Ole Miss, their top six leaders in minutes per game are all seniors. Two of the top three for BYU freshmen, one of them a Euro, and Diego Demon. I think he's going to be a great player this season. He's a 6'9" point guard, for crying out loud. But this is their first true game. They've played nobody so far this season. Cannon Catchings is the other freshman that is a real player for this BYU team. But they played Central Arkansas, Riverside, Queens, Idaho, and Valley State. They've got 4 freshmen in the rotation here. I'm just on the side of the experience here with Ole Miss.
I'm with you, Bieniek. And Clark is right. That logo screams someone who lynched someone. See, and that's the thing. We should talk about this. Ole Miss leaned into it with this fucking logo, which I mean, I actually think the logo's got personality, so it makes it cool at that, at that point. But BYU, they're on the same level as Ole Miss. If you know the history of some of the scripture, it's quite the there's parallels in a way in historically with this matchup, I would say.
I'm gonna join you, man. I'm getting Chris Beard as a dog. I think he's the better coach. I think he'll have his guys ready to go. They're not very battle tested either, like BYU. But if I lose with Chris Beard to the NBA guy, I'll tip my cap. So give me Chris Beard as a dog.
Oh, is this a triple lock? Is this triple lock?
No, I'm not betting this. I'm not.
God damn it, you motherfucker! With your 5-minute long points, and then you back away from it. Fucking Scarecrow. That's his new nickname. Scarecrow.
I love that fucking Ole Miss logo. That's a great logo.
No, it is a great logo. I mean, it's like logo. UNLV's running Rebel, which I mean, UNLV had nothing to do with the Civil War. It's just a fucking cool ass old school dude with a musket who's not putting up with any bullshit. This guy, it's a cool logo. It gives it personality. They should still, I mean, like, in my opinion, like, I don't understand the difference. You're still called the Rebels. Like Clark's talking about, like, you might as well have a fucking cool dude on the or something unique instead of just the font of Ole Miss.
I like the curve.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, BYU just ignores the whole thing and it's just an undertone. You know what I mean?
Who would win in a football game right now? Ole Miss, BYU, if we played it right now.
BYU.
Where's it at? In La Jolla?
Yeah, let's say La Jolla.
I go BYU.
I go BYU. BYU too. I only say that because Saban said Ole Miss would somehow run through the Big 12, even though.
Buddy, Saban's a fucking
not happening.
Like, I'm sorry. I know he's a West Virginia guy. I know he's a West Virginia guy.
Football. I haven't said a word in a minute.
I know he's a West Virginia guy, but he's so full of shit.
Matchups.
He said no one should be playing Mercer, right? He fucking played Mercer like 20 times when it wasn't like he's such a. I've always questioned, like, I actually argue all day with the narrative that he's the best. He's nowhere close to the GOAT to me. They paid players when they couldn't pay players. And then when paying players became legal, he said, let me step away. That's the reality. Go back and check when he was at Michigan State. He was 7-5 every fucking year. All right. Good coach, overrated by the fucking world. And some of his shit, when you compare it, is, to me, it's obvious. It's obvious. It's obvious. Like, go look at what he's done. It's like Jimbo Fisher was talking about. Go look at his track record. I know people personally who have laundered money for him at fucking LSU. All right. So shut the fuck up about NIL. Well, this is his responsibility. Responsibility, my ass. Patrick Peterson also took $200K. He's from Miami. He was going to play for fucking Miami, and he takes $200K to play for LSU. I know that was Les Miles, but don't get it twisted. Les Miles was fucking like, are you kidding me? We know you're full of shit here. I know people personally who have laundered money for your goddamn program. Shut up. It's unbelievable. Anyway, Utah State, St. Bonaventure.
Undefeateds.
In Orlando of all places. Utah State laying 7.5. Give me the Bonnies plus 7.5, Mac.
I think I like Utah State. I think they're the more battle tested team, coming off that Iowa win, and I think they opened it up late. They're really good offensively. Give me Jared Calhoun and the Aggies.
Yeah, I don't think the Bonnies have the defense to slow down the Aggies either. I'm on Utah State.
I'll probably bet this. Check the picks page. Give me the Aggies. It's my team.
Washington, Colorado State, and Palm Springs. Lock Washington. Look, I know Nico Medved invited me to some restaurants at Fort Collins, and I appreciate that. I will gladly hit you up when I go there. But I think your team is ass doo-doo play, to quote the great Cool Keith. Give me Washington. I think Washington with the great Osabar is way, way better. I will lay the 2.5. Lock it up. Mac?
Stand by 1 second. I need to check one quick thing just because we have Sprinkle going back to the Mountain West where they got swept, I believe, last year by Utah State. So, yeah, I like Washington. I think they're the better team here. I'm out on Colorado State. I'll lock Washington as well for a nice bounce back win here.
They split. Colorado State won by 20 at home.
Colorado State's whole team's gone. They suck, guys. I hit on UC Riverside. I'm telling you, bet on Washington. It's probably my favorite game of the night. Yeah,
this is a triple lock. Washington's defense is good enough to slow down whatever Colorado is going to throw at them this season, in my opinion, or in this game, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. And I even sensed it at media days. Like, I was like, man, they know they're not that good this year. Let's go. Triple lock. All these dogs, these Huskies. All right, next up. Butler, Northwestern in Tempe, Arizona. I mean, the amount of neutral site games is ridiculous.
Just play this one in the Great Lakes region.
I don't even understand this one. Like it's the same with Louisville in Indiana. It's like you guys are like,
I know.
What, a 3-hour drive? What are we doing? Just do a home and home. The chat is saying Northwestern lock. Shout out to Clark. I think I'm with him. I'm not going to lock it though because Butler has shown signs of improvement. Give me Northwestern minus 1.5. Not locking it though. Mac?
I'll lock Butler. I think Butler's going to win the game. I think Butler's gotten a lot better recently. I think Northwestern's going in the opposite direction. I know they're winning games, but they're barely surviving. Butler, I think, is getting a lot better. Give me Thad Mata. Butler wins outright. Let's go.
Winning by 18 against Pepperdine's not barely surviving.
Pepperdine.
Oh, give me a fucking break. They fucking beat Montana State by 3. EIU in overtime, UIC. I mean, come on.
They are regional, though. Those are little brothers.
Yeah, and Barnheiser's only played like 3 games so far this season. 2 games, sorry.
Butler, outright.
I'm on Northwestern.
What am I, Mac? Locking up these Bulldogs. Let's go. Moving forward. We got Kennesaw and UC Irvine in fucking Canada. What the fuck is this? Hey,
is that Methbridge or Lethbridge?
Yeah, probably knowing my travels. Well, actually, there's a lot of beautiful parts of Canada, but you get in the middle, and I have no idea where Lethbridge is. Lethbridge, if it's in the middle, can someone look up geographically where Lethbridge, Canada is? That's a lot of points, but Kennesaw did just beat. I'm going to lay it with UC Irvine. Lay the 10.5. No lock. Mac?
I'll take Kennesaw. I think they ride the momentum for one more game because Irvine's so good. I don't think it's a letdown yet.
It's in Alberta, which is Western Canada, which is beautiful. By the way, if you haven't been to fucking, I love Alberta, Canada. Why the fuck is a college basketball?
Edmonton and Calgary out there though.
What are they? College basketball? Like I could see Toronto being like a college basketball somewhat town, sort of, or Vancouver maybe. I'm just saying Toronto's close enough to like, and Zach Edey's from there. Like they got the Raptors. Yeah. I can understand it a little bit more than like Alberta. Who the fuck is going to this game?
Friends and family.
Of who? What are you talking about? The ref? What are you talking about?
The players. Friends and family of the players.
No, they're not going to fucking Alberta on Thanksgiving. No way. Send me a postcard. That's what they're going to say. I'll lay the 10.5. Mac?
I'll take the points with Kennesaw.
Nobody does postcards anymore. I'm taking Irvine off the Kennesaw outright victory against Rutgers.
Okay. All right. Fucking Canada, Alberta. It's beautiful. If you haven't been, you got to go there.
Colby hates the Canadians.
I love Canada, actually. Actually, the music, I've fucking toured the whole goddamn country of Canada. All right. It's a beautiful fucking country. I just don't understand college basketball in Alberta. Figure that out for me.
The cocktail napkin total for this game is 157.5. I don't know. I was just answering somebody's comment.
I was like, what?
No. Providence is laying 5.5 against Davidson. Mac? Give me the 5.5 with Davidson.
Yeah, I think this is a bait. This is that 5.5 trap line. I'll lock up Davidson. I think they're gonna win outright. I think that these are two evenly matched teams. I'm out on Providence.
Yeah. Bieniek?
No.
Yeah, I think Davidson covers here. Providence has really played with their food without Bryce Hopkins, and I was really banking on them trying to build some momentum here in the MTE. This was the date they had circled for his return, and he didn't even check in. So I'm a little disappointed, and I think it smells. Something's up. So, Wildcats.
Here we go. Let's go. Yes, I have been to Regina, and shout out to Jefferson C from British Columbia. I think I've told you this story before, Jefferson. That name sounds familiar, but my pal is the great Mocha Only. If you ever check out his music, I've been all across Canada with him, man. It was fucking fantastic. But yes, went to Regina. Beautiful, beautiful town. My favorite one of my favorites was Kelowna. Kelowna was awesome. Anyway, continuing on. Northern Iowa, North Texas.
My fault.
What happened? Okay. North Texas laying 3.5. I'm actually kind of fascinated by this game. Give me North Texas minus 3.5. No lock.
Yeah, I got North Texas circled here. Fringe lock, check the picks page, but I think they open it up here with their defense.
Yeah, I like the mean green in this spot too.
There we go. I don't know if I want to bet this though, but yes. Yeah, shout out to my guy Mocha. Mocha is a fucking genius. If you haven't checked out his stuff, I was a 21-year-old kid. I went on the road opening up for Mocha. Oh, actually not opening up all the time, occasionally. But it was a great experience to go across the country. USC, St. Mary's, Palm Springs. Why? I have no idea.
St. Mary's being favored in this game tells you all you need to know.
St. Mary's is laying 4.5. The over under at 141.5.
Give me USC. Give me USC. Give me the must bus as a dog here.
I'll take the points, I guess. No lock.
What's the reasoning? Can we go in depth on that pick?
I mean, you got St. Mary's away.
Athleticism.
Yeah. And I mean, Musselman traditionally is good as a dog.
The neutral game or whatever, neutral tournament or something, whatever. They went 1-1 in last year, Seton Hall in Oklahoma. Different, whatever. I don't know where I'm going with that, but USC went 1-1. St. Mary's, on the other hand, I think this line's pretty telling. They're laying points against a pretty notable program on Thanksgiving. I think that's going to catch a lot of people's attention. I think St. Mary's wins this thing by 2 possessions or even more. I think the defense gets it done. USC, with all that athleticism, has really struggled, in my opinion, this season against not so great competition so far.
All right.
You lock in St. Mary's?
Battle?
It was a fringe lock of mine coming into the show.
What does that mean?
A fringe lock? We say it all the time on the show.
So you're not locking it, though?
No.
Okay. Moneyline Mac taking USC plus 4.5. I'm staying away. Yeah, maybe if I'm having a good day, I'll sprinkle a little bit of this. Jay says, Colby, do you rep? No, not at all. But Mocha only does, and he's fantastic. And he did the score for my pilot. We'd been friends before that, before he was really big with Swollen members. So yeah, he did the score on my entire pilot. So we've been friends for a long time.
Another angle too is the first year head coaches have been good in these first games in the MTEs, whether it's DeVries, Kelsey, Byington, and Vandy, Dusty. At Michigan. Yep.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Kent State is also the selection of teams is impressive. Kent State, Towson in Alberta, Canada. Kent State's laying 1.5.
Is Rocco calling this? Yes, he is calling these games, by the way. I forgot about that. Shout out to our guy Rocco Miller. He's on the call, and he's what's the name of this?
What's the network? What's the network on this?
I don't know. He shot us a text today saying that
it's ESPN Plus, I believe. They're on these.
Oh yeah, shout out to Rocco Miller. He's the fucking man. I am gonna go Kent State minus 1.5. Mac?
I think I like Towson, man. I like the experience of Towson. I think they're tough. A game that I think is a coin flip. Give me the points.
This is called the Western Slam, by the way. He's calling it. So,
Bieniek, what are you doing here?
To hear a familiar voice on the call. I'm taking Kent State in this one. I think it should be a great battle, though. This is going to be a good game.
Grant Clarkson saying, why the fuck are these games being played in Canada? The only thing I could is maybe they're honoring James Naismith. Wasn't he Canadian who created basketball? It's the only thing I could think of like why.
That's a pull. I don't know. Tune into the broadcast and maybe find out.
I believe James Naismith's Canadian, so maybe they do some type of tournament for James Naismith. That's me talking out of my ass a little bit, but that's my guess. Next up, UNLV, Mississippi State, and Tempe. Mississippi State laying 7.5. Give me these Rebs. I don't like laying 7.5 with these dogs. Give me UNLV out in the desert. They're used to the desert. Mac, what are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm gonna lock UNLV. UNLV's
I'll join you.
Play up to the competition team.
I'll join you. Give me the 7.5 with the Rebs.
They'll be up for this.
Blast off those rifles. Bieniek, what are you doing here?
I'm going to take the Bulldogs. I think defensively, they're going to have the Rebs in fits.
All right. And final game of the night in Palm Springs, New Mexico, Arizona State.
Island game for what it's worth.
Oh, yeah. Standalone. I was going to lock it anyway. Arizona State's winning this on the money line. Get this bullshit out of here. Bobby Hurley means business. Mac?
There's some coaches I just like taking as a dog. Bobby Hurley is one of them. He's been kind to me so far this year. And I like Richard Pitino, but I think this is a big pressure spot. Give me the Sun Devils with that young group to get better here and win outright. Let's go.
Double lock. Can it be a triple lock on these Sun Devils, Bieniek?
Lock battle.
Wow.
New Mexico so far this season 7th in defensive turnover rate. Arizona State really struggles taking care of the ball. I think they struggle a little bit in the half court here.
Now we got a problem. Now we got a problem.
We got a battle in Palm Springs. Mac Dundee with the Sun Devils. Bieniek with the Lobos. And that is our show. Good Lord, it's almost 6 a.m. I haven't slept yet. I got to make I feel like the Long Island show. I got to make a fucking casserole. But top plays of the night. I think early on, I'm going to take Louisville -2.5 against Max Boys. I am going to take. Give me North Dakota State +5.5 against Valley. Give me Washington -2.5 against that Colorado State team. Mac?
I have Gonzaga circled. I think Gonzaga is my favorite play of the day off the bounce back loss. The other one I had circled, I think I really like Arkansas. I think they're going to win that game.
I do like that game too. I do like that game.
Arkansas, and I guess I got to give out a third. Third would be TCU. I think TCU is bound for a nice smash spot against Santa Clara, who's been very vulnerable so far this year. So Zags, TCU, Arkansas.
Bieniek, fire.
Florida -6.5 against Wake Forest. Cocktail Napkin has this at 13. KenPom has this at 11. Dive into the stink. Why is this 6.5? I have no clue. If you've watched Wake Forest this season, they have not been clicking offensively, and defensively, they just haven't been good in this era under Forbes. So Florida, attack the glass, steal a couple of more possessions, win this thing by double digits with that explosive offense. Purdue -7.5 against NC State. Get this phony pussy pack shit out of here. They haven't played anybody yet this year. Purdue wins that one by double digits.
Preach, brother. And
then Louisville -1.5. They beat West Virginia after West Virginia's big win against the number one team in the Moneyline MAC rankings. That propaganda.
Throw that shade.
Louisville's number one now. So what you gonna do?
Wins this game by at least more than 2. Louisville, lock it up. That's one of my favorite plays tomorrow.
I can't wait till they lose. You guys are gonna fall for this Louisville shit again.
Well, I mean, come on, folks. That's our show. Want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving.
Let's go.
Thank you for tuning in to us, and we'll be back tomorrow night. Despite the mashed potatoes, the turkey, the tryptophan, the fucking eggnog, alcoholic eggnog. I don't know what the hell else is serving. What do they do? They pumpkin pie. How do you guys feel about pumpkin pie?
It's not my favorite.
I love pumpkin pie.
Yeah. You more of a you go pecan pie over pumpkin pie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like pecan pie.
I do too, actually. I'll be honest. Yeah. The fuck is that? All right, folks. That's our show. Give Noah Bieniek a follow on Twitter at NoahB77_. Moneyline Max on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at the Colby D. The College Basketball Experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. And we'll be back. All right. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm sure we'll be dominating. And honestly, have a great fucking day with your family, your friends. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. And thank you so much. And Thanksgiving, by the way, too.
Also,
what's that?
If you want to get rid of if you want to get away from the in-laws, we will be here tomorrow night too. We've got 30, 35 games, 37 games to pick on Friday, and we've got 20 games to recap.
There we go. Right there.
Thanksgiving.
All right. No, happy Thanksgiving. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Stay safe. Shout out to everybody, and have a good fucking day. Have a good day, because the day's about giving. You know, give some fucking food to your fucking neighbor. Let's go. All right. Till next time. You better start thinking about yours. Yeah, we out of here.
Yeah, it's got me thinking about the good shit the minute that I seen your grill again. It made me good trip, good dog the mind back like dog but wine there. Man, I didn't get mad when you near me.
Check that Peter Sellers shit.
But the comings on was strong. Now my shit's coming along, you know the song. The truth is I'm pretty much on fire again. It's heating up for real, I'm alive again. And that's the attraction factor. Vancouver, Michigan with my rap disaster. Yeah, you know you want it, how you want it. No need to trip, cause I got it, doggone it. It's all yours and the extras too. All the super music and the sex for hope. Just get it straight, cause it got me in a good mood. Let me demonstrate what this time of year could do. Sing it. Yeah, last time you got the hot shit that I made, I was not the hot shit. Why? Going through them transitions, wham this in, damn listen. I can make the biggest change, listen. It wouldn't have shit to do with shit, but some tips in. I don't get down like that. I'm the super rap mammal with the crown of fact. I'm so sore thumb, sticking out like some stick gum. Out the back with the beat smack, it's dumb. Dumb hot, crazy sun hot, more often than not, and not monotonous. And got the hits in the holes and spots and list. Bottoms up, cause I'ma just beat them damn guts to submission. It's in the job description, that's what I was missing. Yeah.